Balor not wasting any time going after Rollins from behind, who didn't even get the chance to get his coat off. Balor didn't even take his coat off yet. Balor wants nothing more than to get his hands on Rollins. It seems he's getting his feet on Rollins too. He's trying to stomp a mud hole. And Rollins, let's not forget, these two challenged back in 2023 for the World Championship. But when his then Judgment Day brother Damian Priest got involved, preventing him from winning the world title, things went south. Balor had seemed to have had Rollins beat. But as it would go, Rollins wouldn't lose the world title until WrestleMania, and ultimately, Damian Priest would successfully cash in the Money in the Bank. And Balor looking for a pedigree. And it connects. Can you imagine if he quickly puts Rollins away? And a kick out by Rollins at 2. Balor just nailed Rollins with a big move. This might be the end of Rollins. A shotgun drop kick to Rollins. And now Rollins is in the drop zone as Balor heads to the top. From the top, moving out of the way, Rollins realizing he was in the drop zone for that coup de grace. And Rollins with that clothesline buys himself a little bit of time to regroup here. Balor trying to recover. Rollins seems a bit stunned. With 5 spots already spilled, there is 1 spot remaining. Who is going to take that final spot? As Balor now works on the leg of Rollins. Rollins a history of knee issues. It's what ended his first world title, first WWE Championship reign. It was actually against Mayor Kane. It was a WWE Championship tables match overseas at a live event where Rollins would go for a sunset flip and ultimately destroy his knee and completely change the trajectory of his WWE career. Meanwhile, whichever one of these two takes that final spot in the Elimination Chamber, they've got to deal with quite the tough group of competitors, including the 16-time world champion who is very insistent and persistent on breaking the world record, breaking the record to hold 17 world titles in the WWE. I'm talking about John Cena. Meanwhile, Rollins' suicide dive takes out Finn Balor, sending the Prince into the barricade. Who is gonna head to the chamber? Meanwhile, Rollins up at the top, springboard knee. Rollins looking to pull out all the stops here in this match. Rollins starting to really get this ball rolling. Looking for the stomp. Nope. Balor ducks. And a sling blade. Balor has Rollins measured up. But Rollins takes out Balor by kicking the knee. He went low. And Rollins able to outsmart Balor. And such a deep point. And now kicking the back of the knee of Balor. Rollins finding a spot of weakness in the Prince. And the problem for Finn Balor is there seems to be some bit of falling apart, more falling apart within the Judgment Day, as Balor finds himself kind of secluded from the rest of the group who wants to add a new member, but Balor is completely opposed to that idea. But for Balor, he's got to focus on getting to the Elimination Chamber with the Judgment Day 0-2 so far tonight on Raw, with Dominic Mysterio losing to AJ Styles earlier tonight, And then Raquel Rodriguez losing to Roxanne Perez. It's up to Balor to give the Judgment Day a victory and, add some gold and add some prestige back to the group. But that's easier said than done. Rollins holding onto his midsection. Balor sending Rollins midsection first. Rollins is in extreme pain. Perhaps Rollins may be suffering from a cracked rib of some sort. Balor mouthing off at the official. Meanwhile, stomping on the back of Rollins, whose midsection is leaned on the ring apron. Finn Balor completely taking advantage of Rollins, who is looking worse for wear. Went for the kick on Rollins, but Rollins caught the leg and sweeps the leg from under. And now going after Balor, driving Balor on the bad knee he's been working on throughout this match. Absolutely ruthless is Seth freaking Rollins. Balor's hurt. Rollins is hurt. And with the ref halfway there, the opportunity to get to the chamber is at stake. You're going to have to push through the pain. Much like what he did to Roman Reigns at the Rumble, he's looking to do to Balor right now as he measures up the Prince. Rollins. But Balor realized it and sent Rollins spine first and then midsection first onto the steel steps. Seth is in deep trouble as Balor takes control. Who will take the final spot in the Elimination Chamber match? All right. It is our main event. We are back live from Charlotte, North Carolina at the Spectrum Center. Rollins, Balor. 11 times these two have gone one-on-one in their respective careers. These two have quite the rich history, have taken similar paths of traveling all around the world, all to make it to the big stage. And now these two are fighting for the chance to compete at the biggest stage of them all, WrestleMania. But first, with only one of these men able to take that final spot in the Elimination Chamber, and then only one of the 6 men in the Elimination Chamber match can go on to face Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas, Nevada. Balor finding himself in control right now, talking smack to Rollins. And Balor on the second rope, unloading these rights on Rollins. Very, very slowly. Oh, but Balor gets caught by Rollins. Rollins was thinking that buckle bomb, the same buckle bomb that forced Balor to have to relinquish his Universal Championship, except that was to the ring barricade, to the barricades. And the Pele kick from Balor stops Rollins in his tracks, and now both men are down and out. This is a critical point in this Elimination Chamber qualifying match between Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. Last time these two competed, it was for the World Championship. Rollins was victorious. Rollins is having a hard time catching his breath due to the damage done to his midsection. Meanwhile, Balor having a hard time walking due to the damage Rollins has done to the knee of the Prince. Balor blocked by Rollins. Rollins now with the offense on Balor. Chop after chop after chop. This might be a cooking show because I'm surprised this isn't a cooking show because Balor is about to be chopped. Meanwhile, Rollins Has Balor right where he wants him. What a knee. Just caught Balor. Looking to put Balor away, who still has some fight left in him. A lion salt by Rollins. Hook of the leg again. Still pulling that leg back was not enough to keep Balor down for the 3. What's it going to take to keep Balor down? Sellout crowd here. We got some fireflies in the house for Seth freaking Rollins. Rollins looking to put the final nail in the coffin, but Balor counters, rolls through. Looking for the victory. Rollins kicks at it too. Rollins, look at the counter. Buckle bomb. And now Rollins heading up to the top. High risk, high reward situation for the former 4-time WWE champion. Frog splash, knees up by Balor. Balor just so close to getting the victory, but Rollins just kicking out before the 3. Let's get another look at this one more time in slow motion. Rollins goes high and lands hard on the knees of Balor. Balor was able to get those knees up at the last minute. Rollins was looking for that frog splash, but unsuccessful. And rightfully so, the WWE Universe all 15,280 with the This Is Awesome chants here in the Spectrum Center. Finn Balor, bad leg to Rollins' bad ribs. These two have their weaknesses in this match, but who is going to be able to tough out their weaknesses to secure their spot in the Elimination Chamber match? Rollins kicking the leg of Balor. Balor with a shot to the midsection. Targeting each other's weaknesses. This deep into the match can be the game changer. And now these two just unloading rights on each other. Is Rollins biting Balor? Now Rollins has Balor up on his shoulders. Balor counters with that elbow. And Balor, sling blade. With a sling blade to Rollins. Looking to put Seth away. But gets caught by Rollins. And now Rollins steps through, looking for a sharpshooter. And now a sharpshooter. Finn is in deep trouble. The injured knee of Finn. And really in a tough way now as Balor writhing in pain. Trying to muscle through to claw to the bottom rope. Drags back to the center of the ring. Rollins now transitions instead to a pedigree. And covered by Seth. Nope. Just that's as close as you got to 3 without the bell ringing. That was 2.99. The WWE Universe called for 3. But just before the official could get his hand on the mat to call for 3, did Balor get his shoulder up? Absolute insanity. That's how much it means to main event WrestleMania, to challenge the American Nightmare for the undisputed WWE Championship. And Rollins talking to the official. Was that Rollins' last chance to head to WrestleMania? Referee saying that was 2. And now telling the ref to, yep. Well, you know. But I think we know what comes next. Rollins has Balor right where he wants him. The final stop to end it. But Balor with a kick to the midsection of Rollins. And this match still goes on. Can you imagine if Rollins were to lose this? Rollins grabbing the leg of Finn Balor. And Seth freaking Rollins holding on with everything. What a war this has been. Balor up at the top. Rollins heads up. Seth. One for the superplex. Absolute disaster for Seth freaking Rollins. Balor looking for the coup de grace. And it connects. The coup de grace. Will it be? Oh, wait. Rollins counters. Kick out again at 2. Rollins now caught in a crossface. How in the world did Rollins kick out of the coup de grace? Will Seth tap? He may have no choice. Seth able to counter with a stomp. And he gets one arm over. And Rollins is headed to the Elimination Chamber. What a win here for Seth Rollins over Finn Balor. What we just saw was an absolute masterpiece between two of the very best in the world. But on this night, Seth freaking Rollins picks up the victory and fills the final spot in the Elimination Chamber, joining John Cena, CM Punk, Logan Paul, and Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. What a star-studded Elimination Chamber match coming your way 1 week from Saturday. Absolutely incredible. Let's get a look at this. Rollins went for the Falcon Arrow, or was going for the Superplex, which usually gets followed up by the Falcon Arrow. But instead, Rollins got knocked down. Balor connecting with a picture-perfect coup de grace to the already damaged ribs. Went for the crossface. Rollins was able to slide through, nail Balor into the mat with a stomp, and able to get one arm over Balor for the 1, 2, and 3. And now Rollins needs to get his passport ready because he is headed to Toronto for the Elimination Chamber.